Welcome. I am Janita Stanson. We have Reginald Perriman and Shaka Williams. We are TSARE, and this is the There's Something About Real Estate podcast where we talk all things real estate.
I'm here rubbing my hands like Birdman, getting ready for this market, for this winter market.
Winter market.
What's going on with y'all?
I don't know. Oh, we got new openings for TSARE.
Oh, new openings for what?
You know what I'm trying to say. Our opening.
Oh, the new intro.
Like us, subscribe, push the button, subscribe. Y'all should do that.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Well, we got waiting for more people to come in. They ain't even.
Well, this is gonna be released still as a recording, so we still gotta ask people.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So what's going on in the market? What y'all seeing happening?
I'm seeing people being scared.
For real, what they scared of?
I mean, so I think I asked y'all in the last question I asked on the text a few minutes ago. It's just more so don't do anything, just hold off and wait. And I just have questions about holding off and waiting, because it's kind of like, well, wait till when? Well, hold on to exactly what moment? And then how am I going to make money while I'm waiting?
Mm-hmm.
People, shout out to Tim checking in from ATL.
Tim, what up, though?
So people just scared for no reason. It's like they, you got sellers that's holding on to stuff that they probably should be selling.
Mm-hmm.
People are still buying homes. I got one property that was only on the market 2 days. We got an offer on it above asking. So a certain home's still going to be hot, but overall the market has cooled off.
For sure.
But I mean, and it's still buying houses.
It's going to be hard now, because I think that we're in a normal. Me and John need to argue about this time of the year where there is a drop anyway, and now coupling that with what's going on in the market. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, people scared, saying it's going to be a crash and all of that. I mean, it really depends on who you are and what your niche is in real estate. It really is always a good market for somebody. The only time I was not doing well in real estate was because of my own skill level. It had nothing to do with the market, because every market I'm in, I see people eating very well.
Mm-hmm.
In real estate. So,
well, I say that that's how I've been feeding my family literally since 2005 full time. So, I would agree.
Yeah, and that's why I like when I was having this debate it was one of our partners or whatever, and I'm just like, one thing my mommy has always told me: people gonna always need a place to live, and that's constant. So. I don't know, but you do when everybody's saying something in particular, I do take a minute, kind of just stop and think about it. I guess what should I be trying to hear? And when I was just, before we got on here, I literally was doing circles. So are they saying that dirt is no longer getting ready to be valuable? And then I was reading something where they were talking about where to invest at. I think they were saying that Robert Kiyosaki likes metal, so gold and silver. In this economy, he likes silver, so maybe that kind of thing. I'm like, but I know houses, so I would have to go and try to start learning a whole new trade.
Yeah,
it may not be a bad idea.
Yeah, I think people should when you invest in other things. So I invest in stocks. It kind of help you. It helps you and hurts you in the same way. It helps you analyze certain things you wouldn't normally analyze and see things in a different way. But, with real estate, with the buying and selling part of it, things can get a little bit more emotional than when someone's trading stocks. I mean, there's some emotion there, but you're not necessarily dealing directly with a consumer. So like if I'm flipping a house, I'm dependent on a buyer loving that property, right? Or one buyer might love the property more than another. And just for the way they feel, they'll be willing to pay more for that property. With other types of investments, some people feel a certain way, but you still going your feelings not so caught up in it. So it's a little bit different. But I tell people read the Intelligent Investor book. Is really like about stocks, but it helps you understand the value of things versus what the market prices of certain things. So like you might have a stock that's a very good stock and it's solid and it pays dividends and it has been, but the market hype is not behind it. So it might only be $80 a share and it's performing well for the past 20 or 30 years. It's basically a boring stock. But then you got a stock that's like hiked up and those shares go up to $300 a share, but it's a garbage company. And everybody's going to follow the garbage company because the shares went from 130 to 300, and people are going to get caught in that up and down flow instead of investing in the one that's consistent. So it's like that sometimes with real estate, especially with certain properties.
Yeah. I feel it's the same. Honestly, I hear what you're saying. I feel like it's emotions everywhere, you know what I mean? And that's where I think that what up, Jonas? That's what I think. That's why I take those. That's why I stick to my numbers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whatever my motto is, I'm gonna stick to that. Then I don't have to be emotional about any of my decisions.
Right.
All right, so let's take a look at these two.
All right. Tim, real quick, Tim said the Feds have raised interest rates. So yes, the rates always, what's funny is like nobody was really talking that much about interest rates in 2018, 2019, or before the rates dropped down to 2% and 3%. Nobody was really talking rates as much, right? Now, since the rates went up a couple points, everybody is talking about interest rates as if that's like going to end the market or something like that, or crash real estate, when really historically the rates are still pretty low compared to, people was getting double-digit rates back in the late 80s. So I mean, people still buying and selling real estate, and they found different ways to do it. And people are doing buy downs now. So that's like the next hot thing everybody's talking about.
I see that, and I don't understand. I mean, I do get it, but I mean, we're gonna have to bring that for another. But everybody is going
to do a whole episode on it. Yeah. And I'm like, is it really benefiting you or not? You know what I'm saying? So, but the thing is, people are asking the sellers to pay discount points instead of concessions. They're like, buy this rate down and having the seller cover that cost. So it's not new, but it's like, it's just people don't have the experience long enough back before the market is what it is today. They're going off of what they see.
I'm going to compare that to an ARM.
Yeah, we can do it when we do our next actual recording. We're gonna sit down and really go over the interest rates. I think that's a good thing, good show to do.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We got a couple properties we're gonna evaluate. I'm gonna bring up one here. So this one is at 16151 Fairfield.
161 should be 16.
Oh, 161. I'm sorry. And this is a 2-unit, Shaka?
Yep. This one is from I don't see him in here. Sneaker Man. This is one of his potential deals.
All right. So is he looking to flip this one, or is he looking to
he trying to see which way that that we feel like it should go.
All right.
If it's a good flip or a good buy and hold.
All right. Looked like somebody was doing some work in here, like the floors are newer.
Oh, okay, I see you, Sneaker Man.
And the upstairs Looks like the upstairs unit was painted or something recently.
Yeah, they had a little bit of work done upstairs.
All right. It's not too bad. What type of price you talking about on it?
That's on the MLS. I think they asking,
119.
huh?
119.
Yeah.
The list price. You just got your eye. You got to have a expert eye, sneaker man.
Yeah, he said the photos are misleading. That happens a lot. So the misleading in what way? Is the property better or worse?
He's saying worse because there is a lot of there's a lot of brickwork.
Oh, okay, that they didn't show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like when people, like, a lot of times, or even when I get wholesalers and they send me like real good photos showing all the damage, and you can almost throw an offer out there without seeing it. So
Mm-hmm. So that's the downstairs unit. It's 3 up, 3 down, one and one bathroom in each.
All right.
I get my pros and my cons, but
yeah, the interior don't look too bad. This still that same property, right?
No. Go ahead.
We went to the next one. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna let you share. Pull the comps up on this one.
Y'all see it?
Nah, not yet.
Oh, okay. Now you see it?
Yeah. So what was the purchase price on this one again?
it's listed.
Yeah, for 119.
119.
Mm-hmm.
Sneaker Man said he can't wait to hear what you say, Janita.
My guy.
I'm there. All right, Reg. So what is this one? Oh, it's a single family.
How much work you think that you can get that back? Well, because it's gonna be two different.
I'm gonna say 30,000.
All right.
30,000 is not you know what I mean? It's not to beautify it. I mean, to bring it all the way back to glory.
So you mean 30,000 per unit or 30,000 total?
30,000 total. Damn. I don't know what's going on. Y'all see that? I don't know how to
you gotta pull the one screen up. Yeah.
I wasn't doing
it. But look, so this the only. Oh no, you know what though? I didn't go to multifamily. So even though this is a
multifamily.
Yeah. One of the comps probably was in a single family. I hate when agents do that.
That's this one. So that's at 145.
I list all my 2 units on both sides.
Oh God.
I do on residential and on multifamily.
You be one of them people fucking up real comp data. Like if this is,
people don't know how to search them. That's the problem. That's why people do it. Like a lot of people, they don't know how to search for the.
You know why they don't know how to search them? Because y'all be putting them in there, making it easy for them to find. Put it in multifamily and force them to learn it to do it the right way. Because now when I send my clients single families, and then they see this multifamily, they like, oh, I want to see it, and they be like, oh, it's a multifamily. They don't know sometimes.
You don't tell them.
When they get that email, they send me an address. I don't know until I get it. Then I have to call and tell them it's a 2-family.
Oh, okay.
But when that happens 10 times, it makes you look bad.
Damn. This is 55,000. So they don't have a lot of good comps. So
yes.
Yeah.
Did you go a quarter mile or half mile?
Quarter mile.
They don't have a whole lot of anything even within a quarter mile, but for this area, I wouldn't go out a whole mile personally.
Yeah.
No, because you're gonna be in a whole different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's your highest comp coming up at?
And I went a half, and I went back a year. 148 here, but then there's another one on under. So it's 148 under the multifamily, which is the Monica one, which is a frame with only 2 bedrooms up, 2 bedrooms down.
So if we made an adjustment, it would be safe to say somewhere about 160, 165.
I'm at 1670, I think is what I did.
All right. So what we mean by the adjustment is, so you can adjust for bedroom count and for it being brick versus frame and probably square footage on these two. I'm
Actually, I
assuming
did
the other one.
Yeah, 179. So I probably should have pulled it back to 170, but I'm gonna just stay at 179. I think that's still fairly safe over there.
Yeah, I'm thinking 160 to 165. So you're saying 115 for the purchase price?
Yep.
And then you said,
well, what they asking 119? They asking 119.
119 purchase price, and you said 30,000 all in, right?
Yep. On the rehab.
So you about 150, 149. So yeah, I don't think that's. I mean, it might be a decent buy and hold. What's the rental rates over there per unit?
So that's what I was about to get to over there. I don't think it's a good flip, but I think that because that's right behind Marygrove.
Right.
And so what you having is that house is south of 6 Mile. I mean, yeah, south of 6 Mile. So like I don't think that currently it's a good flip, but it could potentially be a good rental because you got a lot of people, you know, going to Marygrove and they rent those properties because it's a college area.
Okay. So you would get above average rental rates because you're gonna rent to college students, probably charging per room or something.
Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't want to be more than 130 all into that property.
Well, you're gonna be 130 if you got 30,000 into it, unless you offer less. So what would be a good offer for Sneaker Man?
79.
79, yeah. So we all agree it's a good buy and hold opportunity.
Yeah.
What are the regular rental rates without it being basing it on the college students?
I think it's still a pretty decent rental area because it's right off the expressway, so you're close to downtown. You're
oh, go ahead.
I was about to say you're above Puritan, so I think you're still good there.
Yeah, you're right up the street from U of D too, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was saying. It's right behind U of D down from Marygrove.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's right behind U of D. My bad, y'all.
All right.
I'm about to see something. I think the rental rates are like on the low end, probably
16.
I think 1,300 low end
per unit.
Yep.
1,300.
I seen some stuff over there. I'm about to show y'all what I seen. I'm gonna say 1,300 is about where you would get 450 about 450 a room.
All right. So 1,300 per unit, 2,600 a month, and you got, I mean, that'll cover your payment plus some other expenses on it. So it makes a good rental property. How much are the property taxes?
Hold on, I'm gonna go back.
I can look that up while you're doing that.
So this is single family. I don't know. This is single family, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath for $1,650. So it went above. Jermaine Golden.
That area over there is 16.
Yep.
Because if you go north of there, them units, they're gonna be getting close to like 18 to probably like 2,100.
Oh look, 1,300 for a 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom.
So the property taxes right now on that property, oh yeah, these taxes were homestead, so those taxes probably gonna go up to about between about 35 to 3,800.
Sheesh. Look at this 3-bedroom. It's 1,600. So yeah, I think 1,300 is 26. So you're gonna get about 2,600 a month over there once that's rehab.
So he gonna have about 150 all in, not a lot of equity, but then the property is gonna generate 2,600 a month in cash flow. What you estimate the payment gonna be on that? About 1,100.
What you saying, Team Peterson Jackson? I want to hear your opinion. Let's bring them in. I want to get their opinion.
Show one day too. So yeah, this is a good buy and hold, but not for a fix and flip. I'm gonna say no deal on a fix and flip for sure, but I give it a thumbs up on the buy and hold. But I would recommend trying to get it for less, maybe about closer to about 80,000 or so. What's your thoughts, Janita?
I don't like it for a flip, but I think it would be a good buy and hold. Yes. And so, yes, I would definitely go in lower. I probably would start my offer at around 79,000. See what they say.
So when I went over there today with him, y'all surprised me. Y'all a little bit less than what I thought, but I see why. On the ARV, right? But you pretty much said what I said. I don't think it's a flip. What do you mean way less, Sneaker Man?
I'm getting it under contract.
Under contract for way less. Look, so this is the thing. So we said about $2,600 a month in rent, $2,700 a month in rent. So you can be at 135 all in, and you can do that at $100,000 offer, putting about 35 in.
Yeah, I think it's a good buy and hold, but not. But I would try to get that price down. I would try to be within that 130, 135, like you said, because I don't like buying properties where I'm going to be in a position with no equity to start. So if you buy it at 119, you 30 in, and that's only from what we can see. We all know that you run into other issues when you rehabbing. So that 30 can end up being 38, 40, so there goes all your equity right there. I'm assuming repair, the ARV is probably going to be about 165. Janita said a little bit more, but that's still cutting it close if you got 150 all in. So, yeah.
Got it, Sneaker Man? So what you think? I want to hear what I guess we'll bring him in at one time. I want to hear what he feels like after hearing y'all opinion. All right, what's the next one?
All right, so the next property we got is, this one came from a wholesaler. I'm going to pull this up.
Is it LaShawn and Swan on here?
I think that's LaShawn. I think it said Peterson.
So this one is, so Shaka, you're going to do the comps on this one. So this one is on, what was it, Aller Street, 23515 Aller Street, if I'm pronouncing that right. And this one is a 3-bed, 2-bath, 900 square foot, 2.5 car garage. They say the tax is like $2,160 a year, move-in ready. Estimated rental rate is $1,650 a month.
What city?
They're asking $145, but the comps say $190. So we're gonna do the comps to see. Unless this house is move-in ready, I don't see it being a good flip. Probably
what city is it?
This one is in St. Clair Shores. But just from looking at it, I don't like it as a buy and hold neither, because if you 145 and kind of meet that 1% rule you're talking about, but I just don't like the numbers. Not they too close for me. So, but I mean, y'all can give y'all opinion. Let's take a look at some of these photos real quick. All right, I'll pull the photos up, and then Shaka gonna run the comps. So with this, it's it looked pretty decent. Half brick, half frame. from the outside, it looked like yeah, the inside just looked like it probably just need some cosmetics. You can probably rent it out the way it is right now.
That's why he's trying to sell it at retail. No.
Yeah. Because this, ideally, like if this was on the market, if the comps is 190, and we're gonna see how true that is in a minute. But if the comp's 190 for something like this, I mean, owner occupant buyer would probably buy this for 165, 170. He's
so it's accepting backup offers.
Because
oh, it's actually listed.
Yeah, because that's not right here. Most of his stuff is gonna be on the MLS because what he does is he goes and when they hit the market, he starts putting offers in on them for less.
Okay.
I had him try to lowball the shit out of one of my offers. And I was trying to explain to him, like, bro, you know, I know what you're doing, but you know, I'm not interested.
So it was a house that just came on the market and the offer was low and you was like, no, it's too soon, or you just didn't think the numbers made sense?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing. So I'm not new to the game. So I understood what he was doing as a wholesaler. You know what I mean? That's what they do. They come in.
We had this happen last week last week somebody sent me a property. They sent it to me not as a realtor, but as an investor.
Mm-hmm.
They was trying to wholesale me a property that was listed on the MLS, but they was trying to sell it to me for $10,000 more than what it was on the MLS for. Right. And I'm like, I would have just brought it from the listing agent if that was the case. So, I mean, I'm not knocking the wholesalers if they do that, especially if they get it under contract at a real good price and I can get it from them. Because if they can negotiate a better offer than I can, I'm cool with that as long as my numbers work. But sometimes it just leave a bad taste in your mouth. You sending me something that's on the market, you went and got it under contract at asking price, and now you're trying to add 10 or 15,000 and present it to me when I could have just went and brought it from the seller direct.
How many bedrooms and how many bathrooms?
This one is this one is 3 bedrooms, 3 bedroom, 2 baths, 2.5 car garage.
900 square feet, 3 bedroom, 2 bath.
Yeah, the comps are good though. Gosh,
like the house don't look like it need anything but cosmetics, you know, some painting and stuff like that. Like the kitchen look good, the mechanicals look good. I just don't see real flip potential, not at that price.
Well, I think his ARV is off.
It's higher.
They had some water damage in the basement. I wonder where did it flood or back up here? Because you can see they cut all the drywall up. Something going on with that basement wall.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Shaka, you gonna run the comps on this?
I feel like
I'm sharing right now. I don't know why it ain't showing.
No, because I'm sharing. I gotta add it in. Let me pull this up.
I mean, it's a couple ranches within the last, since July though, like 3 or 4 of them that sold for over 240 in that 900 to 1,000 square foot category.
All right, so let's go back and look at this. So they asking 145, and they're saying the comps are 190. What you coming up with, Shaka?
The high, you seen what, Johnny? The highest one I see is there's 240 right here in July.
It's like 3 of them. One of them is 2 of them are in July, and one of them is in October. They're under 230. Over 230.
240. This is a 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom.
Yeah, look a little bit better, more updated than this one. Like, so, Janita, are you saying that the comps at 190 that they presented might be too low or might be lower than what you came up with?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you can push like 215, 220 and get it at 145, that would change my opinion. It might make a good flip at that point because the house don't need that much work. But at 190, I wouldn't. I wouldn't have done it.
Mm-hmm. Now, what I would do is I would look and see, well, shoot, if we were to buy that, what would we be competing with? Like, I would want to know.
So, is that school district? Then we got to look at that school district because they putting that on there for a reason. Like, why is he having a 190 ARV? They got a 2-bedroom that's sold for 205.
Right.
Normally, St. Clair Shores school district is St. Clair Shores. That's normally not one like how Roll-Up Township is like a Ferndale.
Shit, this ain't even updated at 205. So they got a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 969 square foot ranch with a dated bathroom. It's brick, but it's sold for 205.
What's the square footage on it?
969 square feet.
So it's not much bigger at all. So yeah, I think if you could get like 210, 220, this would be definitely it'd be a better flip. At the 145, it starts to make a little bit more sense. And it don't look like you'll have to put more than 20 or 30,000 into it. How recent are those comps, Shaka?
Like shit, August, July.
Oh, okay.
One is October.
I didn't see the October one. Which one? Which street is that?
Probably this Brookdale, the 23220 Brookdale, maybe.
No, you talking about this Glenbrook, but that's a 4-bedroom, 1.5 bath.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't use that one.
How much is that one?
It's sold for $250 in October on the FHA sale. Listed at $229. So and not showing no concessions. So I don't know what the hell happened there.
So yeah, this might be a good flip. I think if you, like I said, if you get over that 210, 220 mark, it makes sense as a flip based on the work that's needed in it at the 145. I wouldn't buy it as a buy and hold though.
Yeah, I was about to look at that just now, but I can't even see no rentals over there.
Yep. This would be like a straight up cosmetic. Like this would be like, okay, we're gonna go in here and make it great.
Right.
Reggie, I'm about to stop. Go back to the pictures on that one.
All right.
Something happened with our chat again, y'all.
Is anybody, are you able to text L and ask him like what's it looking like on his end?
So we got and this is like the basement bathroom too.
Go on here and see if I can
check. They got. So it's like I said, it's not bad. I mean, it could use some updates, especially if you're gonna try to get that 220 or above. You're gonna want to go in here and put some money into it.
Did I get a chat from me? Yeah, I just chatted. Maybe they
don't nobody love y'all like that.
I know. They just was like, oh, that's boring.
No.
So, yeah, it's gonna need a roof on it. Looks like this the garage roof. So yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I like it. I like it at those numbers with the ARV being
thank you, Team Peterson Jackson.
Being over 220. Anything under that 210, 220, I don't like it as a flip. Someone sent this one to you, Johnita?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Are they negotiating on it now, or they just was trying to?
It's under contract.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I'm saying the person that sent it was it the wholesaler sent it or one of your investors sent it? Okay. But it's listed for sale?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's accepting backup offers. But that's what I'm saying. That's that guy's strategy. like every time we, I think Shaka ran into him the last time, but every time we list something, especially over there in Rosedale Park area, he always be like one of the first people to send in an offer. I just ignore it.
So, what was it listed for?
Like 180 something.
Okay.
Accepting.
So, yeah, I see it was originally listed at 195.
184.9. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was on the market for a minute.
So it was really on the market for its retail value, about where it should be at for that condition home, based on the comps we've seen. So he went in. So when wholesalers do this is what I like, because you're looking at it. He got it negotiated down to a price where it makes sense for a fix and flip. Because at 184, it don't make sense for an investor. He's got it down to where they can offer 145 for it and get it. That makes a lot of sense. I like it at 145 if the comp support the 220 or better. Probably with about 30,000 into it, but based on the comps he presented at 190, I didn't like it, and I don't like it at all as a buy and hold. Yeah, what's your thoughts, Janita?
I like it as a flip.
All right.
I don't know how I feel about it as a buy and hold. It's not my area. It's too far away. I don't really have a real opinion on it.
All right. Yeah. What about you, Shaka?
Yeah, it's a flip.
It's a flip.
No, I mean, shit. I feel like the ARV. I'm just curious as to why they got the ARV so low.
Well, it's probably being conservative, you know.
And that's mega conservative, though.
Yeah. Yep. So if anybody's
and the other thing too is like he's not an agent or anything. So
all right. No. But if anybody interested, y'all can reach out to the wholesaler direct and pick this up. I don't think none of us.
Yeah, and it might be good for some of these, you know, people who got clients over there in Macomb County looking in that St. Clair Shores area, depending on what is he asking, 145?
Yeah, this would be a hell of a deal for an owner occupant that wants to buy it and move into it, though, at 145.
Yep.
Yeah, so, especially if you got cash or you got, that'll be perfect. Good. But reach out to what is it, Theo Ellis?
But I want to say something to them though. So normally this would not fit into my numbers as a flip, but I mean, so even if we went at the 220, which I think is more, 220, even if we went kind of semi-aggressive at the 70%, that puts you 154 all in. But and then at the 220 at 65%, it puts you at 144 all in. So that's right at what you're buying it at. But I feel like this is an easy flip.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't got to put much effort. I just go in there, paint it, and a few maintenance items, and then put it back on the market.
Right. So yeah, that's cool. So I think it'll work out for somebody. Just, you know, I don't know. Like I said, I like it at 220 or above ARV, but other than that, that's it. That's my opinion on it. All right. What we were talking about the interest rates earlier before we wrap up. What's going on with the interest rates? Why everybody's so scared? And then same like everybody doing the buy downs now. Like that's something. It's not new, but it's kind of like the fad right now that we're hearing about. What's your thoughts on
that? It's the direction in which it's coming from, which is new. So I think for agent strategy would be when you ask for them concessions, go ahead and send that rate buy down form so they can sign it at that moment.
Right.
But most people, I mean, so I think it's just something that that lenders are trying to use because it's shiny, you know what I mean? But most people need them concessions to actually keep the cash in their pocket. They don't care about saving that extra $50 to $100 a month. They want to keep those thousands of dollars in their pocket, I think.
Yeah, sometimes you can have too much though, and then in that case you can. So it just depends on the price point of the property.
It's got to be way off though.
Ones that I just had she was able to get all that she could use in concessions used plus the rate buy down. So yeah, you gotta know how to structure it.
Well, that's a program though. So what they're talking about is a program. You're talking about you use part of so that's different than what you're talking about. You're talking about you use part of your concessions to buy down the rate.
You can only, so in order to buy down the rate, it has to be by way of the seller. And then you still can only get up to 6% contributions. You can't.
So that's different than the program that they're talking about though. So you're talking about two different things. We're talking about a program, the 3-2-1 buy down, not so that's a program that that's different than what you're talking about. You're talking about when they have additional money left on from their selling concessions, that they had enough money left to actually buy the rate down, which is actually difficult too. To actually have that I mean, that's a good thing, but that's two different things that we're talking about.
So the question is, should people be buying their rate down? I don't think 6 and 7% rates are really that high when you look at the historical data, but people are just traumatized because we were at 2-3%. Right now, they're like, how can I afford a house at 6 or 7%? Team Peterson Jackson just said we just had a point drop this Thursday, which is true, but I just think people overreact, and I mean it does make a difference. I'm not gonna sit here and say it doesn't, but in the grand scheme of things, the rates are not that high when you compare it to what historical.
They're not, but you have people who were like locked in at like 2 points lower, maybe in that like 5 to 5.9% rate, and then you had that jump to like 7.1, 7.3%. So then when you go in there and you look at the payment calculated over time, it's giving them the ability to kind of adjust to that payment. And then it's not like an ARM where it's going to increase. At worst, you're just going to be back at the rate that you were today. And it's just a savings. So the amount that you're putting in is basically like, well, the amount that you have to pay to get that is just like a savings account.
Pretty much. Yep. Right. And then you got to think about it. So in that bow down, the reason I'm saying that's different, Janita, is because if you're doing the 3-2-1, I'm just saying y'all got to give them the real of it. So if you're doing the 3-2-1, that's a 3% drop for the first year only. Then it's a 2% drop for the second year only, and then it goes down to a 1% drop. But if you actually buying your rate down, that's for the term, that's for the entirety of the loan. That's why it's different. So if you buy your rate down, that's your rate bought down for the next 30 years or whatever your term of your loan is. That's what I'm saying is different. So Team Peterson Jackson says, get a long-term ARM. See, you get what I'm saying? That's what I mean. Like I want to compare the different the difference between that and an ARM.
Oh, good. So when Reggie opened it up, though, I think he was just talking about people. You was talking about the 2-1 and the 3-1 programs, right?
Yeah, I was talking about everything that's being put out there in the media right now, because people I think people just overreacting to something that's kind of like normalized. But I think because people haven't been around long enough, or we got a new wave of buyers that don't have anything to compare it to prior to 2020 or 2019. So now that we're here, this is all like kind of normal to me, looking at the interest rates and this type of thing. And people are just overreacting, trying to get things to be back to the 2 and 3%. And that was kind of like a once in a lifetime opportunity that
missed it.
Unfortunately, some people just missed out on.
Say, throw it out your head. Like you can't even worry about it. That's gone.
And now that rates increase, we're seeing home values not appreciate as much. Prices aren't really falling. People just overprice their homes, and now they're price correcting, right? Mm-hmm. So now that rates increase, the homes are not selling as quick, and you can still get a good deal. When you could have got a home at 3%, you probably was going to pay way more for the property because you had more competition. You was paying $10,000 or $20,000 above asking. Now you can pay asking or real market value for the property. You're just going to have a higher rate. But people are just kind of like all over the place, and the media is just kind of feeding in stuff and it's making people make some bad financial decisions. too.
Standing pat.
Yeah, Catch P checking in. He said we the only real estate podcast that matters. That's
For sure.
Yep. Team Peterson Jackson said it's a jumbo mortgage, but they probably won't be in the house 10 years. Facts, right? Mm-hmm. So a lot of people be stuck on an interest rate that, and they're like, you're only gonna be there 7 to 10 years on average, right? So whether you paying 5% or 8%, it matters. Your payments add up a little bit more, but at the end of the day, most people not paying their mortgage for 30 years. They've sold it way before that.
Or refinancing. So, you know what I mean? If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you have to, like she said, in a 10-year arm, you got 10 years to get your credit to top tier and refinance. And I can damn near guarantee within the next 10 years, it's going to fluctuate. You know what I mean? It's not, right. I don't think it's going to get back down to 3-4%, but it's going to, it could potentially go less than what it is right now.
Yeah, so Tim Peterson Jackson said it's the media frenzy. Mm-hmm. I agree. And she said, my first home, the interest rate was 11%, but it cost $35,000, right?
Yep.
I buy a lot of homes at 11% for
I did too. Shit. On arms.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, that's why homes are not $35,000 no more, mm-hmm. because the rates went down and values went up. So I mean, yeah, if you want to pay 11%, of course you can get some cheaper homes. But yeah, that's the truth.
Yeah. I appreciate Team Peterson Jackson
joining in. They got some great agents over there. You know what I'm saying? We great too, but they got some great agents also. We all family in the house. I celebrate them. They celebrate us. I seen they just posted something. I think it was like 3 or 4 of their agents was just in I think a magazine or something like that. They doing big things. So if you want to get into real estate as an agent, we here and they are there. Choose good company, be around great people, and work for great people. But they got one of the biggest collaborations I've seen in real estate in a while.
So
for sure. And they've been on the podcast. They like repeats. The only repeat we had, right?
Elijah and John Clear now, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So that's a wrap for the night. We will see y'all next Sunday for Deal or No Deal. And go and check out our regular episodes on YouTube, Spotify. You gotta like us on YouTube. You gotta subscribe. And we got some great content from investors that's flipping 300 homes a year. We got so much information on there. Building your real estate team. We got attorney interviews talking about LLCs and probate. We got financial planners on there. It's a wealth of information on there.
Wholesalers.
Wholesalers. We talked to quite a few wholesalers. So we not the realtors that be like, oh, we hate wholesalers. Mm-hmm. We love wholesalers too, because we invest as well. So wherever the good deals are. You said some of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go.
Yeah. All wholesalers are not created equal, and all realtors are not created equal. So find you a good one.
True.
Yep.
All
right, y'all. So that's a wrap. You said what?
Like, follow, subscribe. That's a wrap. Push the button.
Oh, yeah. All right, y'all. Have a good one.